Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Afrikaans ebook before it's gone.
Hallo allemaal, ek is Anne-Marie. Hi everybody, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minuten, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. In the last lesson, you learned the numbers 1 to 10. Have you forgotten? Here, I'll tell you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now let's continue from 11. 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19. These numbers may seem harder to remember, but a lot of them are just the numbers 1 to 9 you learned from the last lesson, with 10 added to the end. The rest you will have to memorize. Let's not stop here. Counting from 20 to 100 is super easy. First, I'll give you the tens. 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90. Again, notice that all the numbers start with a number that we've learned from the last lesson, or a variation of it. This time it is followed by tig. For example, 50, which means 50. It is composed of 5, which means 5, and tig, 50. Here's another example. 40, which means 40. It is composed of 4, which is a variation of 4, the word for 4, and tig, 40. The last thing to learn in this lesson is how to form compound numbers above 20. For example, how would you form a number like 56, which is a combination of two numbers we've already learned? This is actually quite easy to do. All you need is the numbers you want to combine and the Afrikaans word for and, n. Let's try it out. Let's say the word for 56 step by step. 50 is 50, 6 is 6, and finally you just need n, meaning and, to combine them. 6 en 50. 6 en 50. But be careful, as you can see, instead of placing the single digit after the tens like in English, you place the number in front of the 10, so 6 en 50 can literally be translated as 6 and 50. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. Did you make it until number 99? Here is another number you might want to know. 100. 100. That's 100 in Afrikaans. It sounds a lot like the English 100, so it shouldn't be too hard to remember. Congratulations! Now you're able to count to 100 in Afrikaans. In the next lesson, we're going to put your number knowledge to use. Do you have all the skills you need to go shopping in South Africa and only speak in Afrikaans? If not, I'll see you in our next Afrikaans in 3 minuten lesson. Lekker dag!
If you're tired of knowing and speaking the language at a basic level and want to express yourself fluently just like native speakers, then you'll need to learn grammar. The problem? It can be tricky to learn. But don't worry, in this guide you'll discover how to learn and master grammar with the Grammar Bank. 1. Where to get all of the grammar explanations you'll ever need. 2. The best way to learn grammar that's right for your level. And 3. How to expose yourself to real examples until the rules become natural to you with a study tool called the Grammar Bank inside of our learning program. But first, if you don't yet have access to our program, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description. First, what is the Grammar Bank? The Grammar Bank is like a grammar dictionary, except online. It's a database of the must-know grammar rules and explanations that makes it easy to look up specific rules and learn them. Look for it in the top menu of our site. 2. How do you learn grammar with it? The best way to learn grammar is not to just study rules, but to learn in context and hear the grammar used in real life. And that's exactly how you learn with our lessons. You learn a quick conversation and hear how the grammar rules are used within that conversation. 3. What if you come across grammar that you're not familiar with? Or what if you want to review a specific rule without going back to redo a lesson? That's where the Grammar Bank comes in. You can look up grammar rules and get the explanations, examples, and links to lessons where we cover these rules. You can also sort grammar by learning level. So if you're an absolute beginner and want to make sure you know all of the absolute beginner grammar rules, you can do just that with the Grammar Bank. You can also sort the rules by spelling, category, and lesson series. And if you want to get used to the grammar patterns so that you can use them in conversation and become fluent, the best way is to expose yourself to examples as much as possible. Grammar is hard at first, but gets easy once you get used to it with enough exposure. Be sure to access the related lessons inside the Grammar Bank and listen to the native conversations that use the rule as much as possible. So, if you want to become fluent and speak perfectly, you'll need grammar. Take advantage of the Grammar Bank inside of our learning program. But if you don't yet have access, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to sign up.
Hallo allemaal, ek is Anne-Marie. Hi everybody, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minuten, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. In the last lesson, you learned how to count in Afrikaans. I hope you spent some time practicing the numbers because they will come in handy for this lesson. We're going to learn how to go shopping using Afrikaans in South Africa. Before we go, you need to know how to say, how much is it? Hoeveel kost dit? Hoeveel kost dit? Okay, are you ready to go shopping in South Africa? Let's go. Let's say you see something you like and want to ask the shopkeeper how much it costs. The first thing you say is, skus toch. Do you remember what that means? It's, excuse me. Skus toch. Hoeveel kost dit? Excuse me, how much is it? Skus toch. Hoeveel kost dit? At this point, the shop clerk can answer by saying, dit kos. This means it costs. For example, dit kos 55 rand. What number is 55? It's 55, so this means it costs 55 rand. Or he could say, dit kos 74 rand. It costs 74 rand. Instead of saying it, dit, you can be more specific by saying this, hierdie, or that, daardie. So you can say, hoeveel kos hierdie item, meaning how much is this item? Hoeveel kos hierdie item? Hoeveel kos daardie item, meaning how much is that item? Hoeveel kos daardie item? Item has the same meaning as item in English. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. If you're looking for a place where you can enjoy shopping and sightseeing, I recommend you visit Cape Town and the Cape Peninsula. While Cape Town has many different attractions and shopping centres to offer the millions of visitors who come each year, you can also enjoy the views from Table Mountain and see the wildlife and natural beauty of the Cape Peninsula. So, at this point, can you count in rands in Afrikaans? You are going to learn how to do this and much more in the next lesson. I'll see you in our next Afrikaans in 3 minuten lesson. Lekker dag!
Learning to carry a conversation is vital to mastery of any language. Even beginners can quickly learn conversational language well enough to carry on real conversations with native speakers. Of course, beginners won't be able to carry a conversation the same way they could in their native language. But just knowing a few tips, like which questions to ask to keep a conversation going, are all you need to speak and interact with real native speakers. Before we get to specific suggestions, let's first take a closer look at how having real conversations in your target language is so vital to your mastery of the language. Communicating with other people is the very point of language, and conversation comes easily in our native tongue. For beginners, or anyone learning a new language, conversations aren't easy at all, and even simple greetings can be intimidating and awkward. Nothing kills a conversation faster than long periods of awkward silence, so you need practice and specific strategies to avoid them. When you know what to say to keep a conversation going, communication becomes much easier, and you make a better impression on your listener. Nothing will help you learn to speak a language faster and truly master the language than having real conversations with native speakers. Conversations quickly expose you to slang, cultural expressions, and vocabulary that force you to absorb and assimilate information faster than any educational setting. And that's a great thing. But how can you possibly have real conversations with real people if you're just starting out? Here are 3 proven methods that even beginners can quickly use to learn conversational language to make a great impression and avoid awkward silences. First, ask questions to keep a conversation going. For beginners and even more advanced speakers, the key is to ask questions to keep a conversation going. Of course, they can't be just random questions, or else you may confuse the listener. But by memorizing a few key questions and the appropriate time to use them, you can easily carry a conversation with minimal vocabulary or experience. And remember, the more conversations you have, the quicker you will learn and master the language. Second, learn core vocabulary terms as quickly as possible. You don't need to memorize thousands of words to learn conversational language. In fact, with just a couple hundred words, you could have a very basic conversation. And by learning maybe 1,000 to 2,000 words, you could carry a conversation with a native speaker about current events, order in restaurants, and even get directions. To help you get started with this, check out our 2,000 common words, also known as our core list. These 2,000 words are all you need to learn to speak fluently and carry a conversation with a native speaker. Third, study video or audio lessons that you can play and replay again and again. If you want to know how to carry on a conversation, then you need exposure to native speakers, and the more, the better. Studying video or audio lessons is ideal because they provide contextualized learning in your native language, and you can play them again and again until you achieve mastery. Our instructors have created more than 2,500 video and audio lessons that you can play over and over. And the best part is, they don't just teach you vocabulary and grammar. They are designed to help you learn to speak and teach you practical everyday topics like shopping, ordering, and more. Although it may seem intimidating for a beginner, the truth is that it's very easy to learn conversational language. Just learn a few core vocabulary terms and which questions to ask to keep a conversation going. Our language learning program has the world's largest online collection of video and audio lessons by real instructors, plus tons of advanced tools to help you learn to speak and carry on a conversation quickly. Just a little practice and exposure to real conversations or lessons is all it really takes. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hallo allemaal, ek is Anne-Marie. Hi everybody, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minuten, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. In the last lesson, you learned the phrase praat u Engels, which means do you speak English? We also mentioned the word skus toch, which means excuse me. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to use this expression and other phrases as well when apologizing in Afrikaans. We use skus toch in formal situations, such as when we are ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, skus toch een koffie asseblief? Excuse me, a coffee please? We can also use it when asking a question. Skus toch, waar is die uitgang? Excuse me, where is the exit? Here are some other words you can use for saying excuse me. Excuse. You can use this to get somebody's attention in a formal situation. Excuse. In informal situations, the way to say excuse me is just sorry. Sorry. All three words, skus toch, excuse, and sorry, can be used when trying to get someone's attention or when apologizing. However, you might want to use a different phrase to apologize if you really want to sound sincere. That phrase is ek is jammer. It means I am sorry and can be used in both formal and informal situations. Ek is jammer. First we have ek is, which means I am. Then we say the Afrikaans word for sorry, jammer. Ek is jammer. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. There's one big reason that you should know how to say I'm sorry in Afrikaans. South Africans love the fact that someone is making an effort by trying to communicate in Afrikaans. But if you apologize in Afrikaans, they will say, dit is okay, which means it's okay. Are you able to count in Afrikaans? In the next lesson, we will learn the numbers in Afrikaans from 1 to 10. I'll see you in the next Afrikaans in 3 minute lesson. Lekker dag!
Want to master grammar so you can speak properly, express yourself better, and understand more? In this video, I'll show you how to master grammar with our lessons and learning program. Let's begin. Number 1. Listen to the lesson conversations and explanations. In every lesson, you learn a conversation. Then, our teachers break down every word and grammar rule. So you're actually learning grammar rules in the context of conversations, and you can easily see how they're used. Once you're done, review the conversation again and again to remember what you've learned. Number 2. Read the bonus explanations and tutorials. With the lesson notes, you get extra grammar explanations and examples that are not presented in the lesson. After you're done with the lesson, read the lesson notes for extra review. You can even save them as PDFs so that you can access them anytime. Number 3. Leave a comment on the lesson. Once you've learned a grammar point, be sure to use it. Leave a comment in the comments section. Write some example sentences for practice. Our teachers will review your comment and give you feedback. Number 4. Unlock even more grammar lessons. If you want to find all of the grammar lessons available, visit our lesson library. Under Category, choose Grammar. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons dedicated to helping you learn and master sentence patterns and grammar points. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hello Amal, ek is Anne-Marie. Hi everybody, I'm Anne-Marie. Welcome to AfrikaansPod101.com's Afrikaans in 3 minute, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Afrikaans. In the last lesson, we learned some phrases used when apologizing in Afrikaans, including ek is jammer and sorry. In this lesson, we are going to learn numbers in Afrikaans. Yes, numbers, nommers, and you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minute. Are you ready? Let's start. Een, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job! What is before een, do you know? The Afrikaans word for 0 is nul. Nul. Now you don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your cell phone number in Afrikaans. Let's try it together. We'll use the phrase my nommer is, which means my number is. My nommer is. My nommer is 0892135874. Can you read it by yourself? 0892135874. Perfect. Now it's time for Anne-Marie's tips. When we travel in South Africa, we sometimes have to read our ticket number to the travel agent. Learn your numbers well so you can impress them. This will also help if you need to listen to numbers being announced, like in the airport. Do you know the Afrikaans word for 100? Here's a hint. It's very similar to the English word. In the next lesson, we are going to learn the numbers from 11 to 100 in Afrikaans. Your task now is to practice the numbers we studied in this lesson, from 1 to 10. Lekker dag!
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Afrikaans ebook before it's gone.